Jury deliberations will begin tomorrow morning in the trial of a Rogue Valley man accused of murdering his wife. Good evening and thanks for choosing NBC 5 News at 6. I'm Craig Smullen.
And I'm Natalie Hurd. Taking the stand himself, Bourne Huddleston, who's accused of murdering his wife 2 years ago, sat on the witness stand today. NBC 5's Christine Pinawanich is live outside the Jackson County Circuit Court with the latest. Christine?
Natalie, I recently got out of court. They had just completed closing arguments. Just yesterday, we saw a recorded interview with Bourne Huddleston over at the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. That was just hours after his wife was discovered dead. Today, he took the stand and also took a barrage of questions. Bourne Huddleston is the man that prosecutors say shot and killed his wife back in 2012. That was Christy Huddleston. While he was on the stand today, he recounted to jurors what happened in his own words on the night that he said his wife committed suicide. Prosecutors pressed Huddleston with questions. Huddleston admitted that he lied in his first interview with detectives. He also said Christy had stress in her life that drove her to suicide. According to Huddleston, after he says his wife shot herself, he was scared and took off in his truck.
I wanted to call 911 and I just didn't know what to do, and once again, as a coward, I jumped in my truck and I took off, leaving my son in my house.
Now, Dr. James Olson, the medical examiner, returned to the stand today and said there's no evidence to suggest a suicide. Other witnesses, Christy's friends and co-workers, said she didn't have any more stress than usual. In closing arguments today, the prosecution pointed out what they said were inconsistencies in Huddleston's story. For instance, earlier Huddleston had said his wife Christy was okay with him having a girlfriend, but then later said she was mad when he was on his way to see his girlfriend. The prosecution also summed up their case. The defense took issue with forensics in the case, saying important tests were not conducted and the crime scene was released too soon. Bob Abel, the defense attorney, also called into question the credibility of the two men who came forward, saying that Huddleston was willing to pay $20,000 to have his wife killed. Back out here live, jury members are expected to be back here at court at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Of course, expect NBC 5 News to keep you updated on everything that happens inside the courtroom. Live in Medford, Christine Pinawanich, NBC 5 News.